Tom, also known as Captain Tom. I run Fat Hippie Records and Captain Tom's recording studio in Aberdeen.
So what's the most satisfying part of running a record label?
I guess everybody's different. For me, it's just helping people. That's the bit that I enjoy. Bands are often people that do need help that you can go and give, and there's a lot of reward in giving it to them, especially when it works out. It's great when it sells well and you get the good reviews too, but a lot of it is just working with a group of people that are on the same wavelength as you, I suppose.
What are some of the successes of Fat Hippie Records?
Well, probably over the years, the Excerpts would qualify as one. Everything they've gone on to do. Terry McDermott, who we did a couple of years ago, who was the runner-up on The Voice USA.
Wow.
Probably two of our better sellers. The Lorelei have always done well. They're very popular at local festivals and so on. But I suppose, really, from my point of view, the success is just that it works and it's still going.
Yeah, definitely.
My name's Kate and I work for a record label called Lost Map Records, and today I'm selling Lost Map Records. So I'm in Edinburgh, but the guy who started the label lives on the Isle of Egg, which is in the Hebrides, quite near Skye. So it's got a population of 75. So he does all the emailing and I do all the boring stuff.
So my name's Nikki and I work for Middle of Nowhere Recordings. It's a record label based in the Highlands of Scotland. Primarily we have acts that are based in remote places in Scotland and beyond. The record label is run by my colleague who also runs a promotions company. I used to work in management and do stuff with Aberdeen, and I always loved Rachel. I have a little bit of experience with small kind of indie labels, so I was asked to come on board and help them day to day with their label stuff, which is great. And we also work for a promoter called Beyond Presents, who do various tours across Scotland, including the Highlands and Lipaloo Festival, and they recently did the Aberdeen Stopover Festival with an association with Mumford & Sons. So it's so it's all kind of have a similar vibe, but we do lots of different things. So I think when you see a blog such as Line of Best Fit or DIY Magazine or publications that you go to find new music yourself, and then when you see an artist you're working with in one of those publications or online or recommended by people that you respect, I think that's really exciting. And when people when a record first comes out, people are they come over to the merch stall and they're very, very excited to buy this new thing. I think that excitement's great. And Record Store Day, just how everyone's really excited about physical music on that day, I really like that, because it's kind of that element that sometimes you think you've lost in music. That's all great, and also just meeting so many different people who are passionate about music and joining stuff like this where there's loads of great labels of different things, so you end up getting to know loads of people as well as telling people about your own music. So.
Sure, well, we're Coda Music, specialise in folk music and also do vinyl in various genres. So we're just here to represent the shop and show people what we have. So we've got lots of Scottish independent stuff here today. In the shop we've got lots more vinyl of all sorts of genres, and we're in Edinburgh and sell online as well.
Why do you think it's important to represent folk and local Scottish music?
Well, I think it's a lot of stuff that doesn't get much exposure elsewhere, so it's good to promote that sort of thing. And we have quite close relationships with lots of artists, so lots of the musicians will help them promote their albums and things like that.
Well, I'm surprised at how many labels there actually are here. So I guess the awareness is one thing. We don't have anywhere really to distribute our records. A lot of the time it's online or at sort of shows and things. But because our music's quite electronic. It's not like you really go into like late night clubs with a stall. You know, if you have a gig or something, you know, bands, it's much easier. You can just put up a stall. For us, we don't generally take our stock into the club. It's a different environment. It's a war zone. So yeah, these things are good to actually have like an environment where you can talk to people. Well, this is kind of the first run of records we did.
These are our babies.
Which you can see are not exactly like stunning. The presentation's a little bit DIY, and it's all our own music. Us and some friends, we wanted to put our own stuff out. Aberdeen was not very well known for electronic music, or certainly not nightclubby kind of electronic music. So, you know, it was either wait for somebody to put it out, which was never going to happen probably, or just do it ourselves, and that's what we did. And then things picked up from there in a nice way, you know. It got more exposure because I guess they look kind of cool and they're collectible, and it was fun just for people to.
Do you advise or encourage people to get into release music themselves?
Yeah, do it yourselves. Don't wait for someone else, just do it yourself.
And also, if you're really good at running a label, which we aren't, but like, it might be even better than Tough Wax, you know. You can actually help somebody's career.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of small labels
it's your legacy.
True. I think there's like a lot of small labels that I've spoken to and worked with who like, you don't really think of them as being, or you don't realize how professional they are because they seem kind of DIY and they just have their own store online and stuff. But they're like actually making money and like making business decisions and paying their artists and everything, you know? Like, that's weird to me, and it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of think it's DIY as being, like, you know, photocopied and the money just like disappeared, or, you know, they like a lot of labels do like 1-2 releases then disappear forever. But there's some ones that are still pretty small that are really pro and like doing a good thing.
Can you tell us who you are and what you do?
Yes, certainly. I'm Lloyd and I run Olive Grove Records, a DIY label based in Glasgow.
Cool.
I didn't start, when I started I didn't aim to have one, but I think I kind of go that kind of folky, poppy kind of way. I like a good catchy pop song.
Yeah.
That's essentially what I find most of my songs and albums are like.
Cool.
I used to run a music blog. I did that for about 5 years, and I collaborated with another girl called Helena. She runs Glasgow Podcast, and basically we got together and basically we were kind of sick of kind of finding all these amazing bands and then thinking, well, why is nobody putting this out? So we thought, well, why don't we put it out? So we got together, we did that for a few years. She's since left and gone off, and she does block music now, and this is my baby.
Cool.
I've always wanted to work in the music industry, and kind of this isn't something I do full time or anything like that, so this is my outlet in a sense. So I'm passionate about music and I love doing this. Is kind of essentially what I've always wanted to do, and I get to control and essentially release music for bands that I love. I love this event because it's particularly busy. People seem enthusiastic to come along to it, and people ask questions. And like we did one in Edinburgh last week, and this is a worlds apart, and it's just people are enthusiastic and they're excited for that people like us come up. Plus, it's great to just kind of get together with other labels that I kind of talk to them on a virtual basis, but to actually get to see them in person and kind of hook up and see how they're all doing is pretty good as well. It's good for networking as well.
Yeah, definitely.